Greetings. This subject is about bushcraft, and it's an introduction to how to make some of the tools. Okay. The first tool we're going to talk about is a simple hammer. Okay. Primitive means of making a hammer. One way is getting a stick like this and spin it about halfway, so it can be like a G-clamp here when you tie the rope here, as I will explain. You've got to find the proper rocks if you're using rocks. There are many ways of doing tools, like with rocks, bones, horns, different types of tools. For a hammer, we're using a rock, and once you make it like this, you attach it like this, okay, and this part is the hammer part, okay. Works pretty well, okay. Pretty, doesn't look modern, but it works, it does the job just fine. And then you tie it around here with a rope. This is cheating a little bit because it's a one type of rope and it's got a few nails there to help it, but you can do it primitive all the way if you want. I just didn't want to do that. Okay, using a modern rope and a few nails to keep it together is okay, just a few little nails. The same basic principle is applied to an axe. And this is for medium or small hammer or axes. Same basic principle. Now, before we continue, you've got to understand that not all rocks work for that particular tool that you're making. You've got to find the rocks. In the world are different types of rocks, and when you're moving out like we've moved these days, you've got different rocks. So you've got to do it by trial and error and find the rocks that work. Rocks, making axes, for example, with rocks, do not work like modern type of axes. Modern type of axes are made out of steel. They can cut through just about anything made out of wood, whether it's fresh wood like a living tree or whether it is a solid wood like a dead tree in the forest or in the marketplace. Primitive tools made out of rock will not cut, that is chop, wood that is dead from the bush or from the store. It will, but it will eventually stuff up, okay? It will cut perfectly like a professional axe, fresh wood, living trees from the forest, okay? This is what its purpose was back in those days, in the olden days, okay? They hadn't made them like today, they do. Now an axe, when you're looking for an axe, a good axe, try to find the rocks that have about the shape that you like the axe to be in, relating to the shape of an axe, okay? Here are some medium-sized or small axes that we've got. I start with a small one, a little small one here, as you can see. Here will be where it's be sharpened. Here hasn't been sharpened this one yet, but it'll be sharpened here. Has to also be filed down here straight here as well. Didn't bother with a hammer because he had a kind of like a curve where it hangs on, so I thought I'd keep it. So that's a small version of an axe that will be made in the future. Here's a medium-sized axe, whereas it goes into here like this, okay, it joins onto there, like the hammer, exactly the same way, tied up. And here's the hammer part of an axe. It's a hammer combined with an axe. Here, as you can see, is sharpened a little bit. The job is not finished yet. The way you sharpen these are no different than sharpening modern tools. You can do it with a stone, okay, or any way that will sharpen. Normal tools will sharpen the stones, grinding it or whatever. The way you use modern or primitive means. You can use rocks. They are straight rocks, like whatever you find, brick or whatever, and sharpen it that way if you haven't got a modern stone and you want to go primitive. Okay, here's another one, a little bit bigger but a medium-sized rock. Here it's sharpened a little bit, but the job's not finished yet. And it's got to be straightened everywhere like the other one, not different than the other one. Now the big size axes, okay, cannot be used this principle. I mean you can, but just stuff it around because it's going to break pretty quickly and it's too light. The handle, it's not strong enough. It's very strong for medium or small rocks, for small axes and small hammers, but not for big one. This is a big rock here, about the shape of an axe. Okay, you try to find the ones that are the right shape for that particular tool. And here it's sharpened a little bit, but it's got a long way to go. Okay, here it's sharpened. Okay, and this has to be filed straight as well. And the way this is made, I haven't got a handle for this yet, I haven't made it one yet, but I will explain it. You get a log about handle to fit into the handle and carve it so it can be nice grip on the handle. It'll be about this round here, okay, or whatever round it is, and it'll be much thicker. So instead of making a cut here, what you do is in the modern principle, you would chisel out a hole here in the center properly, like a carpenter would, and stick it in there like that, okay, in a bigger piece of wood, like I said, and this will be the hammer part of the axe, and this will be the axe. Now, in the primitive ways, there were ways of doing it, like for example, I'm not sure if there's any other ways, but the one way of doing it that was around was that if this was the wood, much thicker for the bigger axe, they would burn it here until they create a hole the same size that it takes a lot of skill to do that. With fire they would do it. And the way that's done is when you make a fire, you get the coal, little by little coal, more or less, and put it there, the coal, and burn it, blow it, usually with a straw, okay, and control the flame and the burning thing until it burns and becomes the shape that you want. No different than carving, except you do it with fire. No different than using a chisel, but you do it with fire, okay. Now here are other means, and these work pretty well. Okay, this is a knife, it's a funny looking knife, but it does the job. It's just got a sharp edge here. This is a primitive way of doing it, and they'll cut meat or whatever you want to cut related to food, meat, whatever. Okay, and the way these are done is you get the rocks and you smash it until it cuts to a sharp edge, and it can be used for meat. They work pretty well. Okay. Oh, this one's not finished. Here's another one. It's got a sharp edge there and a point there. Okay. You just hold it and cut the meat. Okay. They can be big or small. Here is another one. Okay. Got a sharp edge there, sharp edge there. You hold it. Okay. So here was originally an axe. Not, like I said, not all rocks work, and because I've moved in this area, I'm not sure what rocks are around. So I'm experimenting with the rocks. Now this rock didn't turn out as an axe because it works, but doesn't work too well because it didn't see it. It's a weak rock and doesn't do the job properly. But it does the job properly as a knife, a very good knife actually, for that purpose of cutting meat, not for chopping wood or anything like this, but for cutting meat. These are for cutting meat, okay? Other ways, which we'll get into more detail about this and show you how to make these in more detail possibly in the next few videos, upcoming videos. What I want to talk is that you can make other tools out of horns, for example, from bulls or animals. You can make them into spears. Okay, you can make them, a lot of things which we'll get into that in more detail. You can make them out of bone. You can make cut bone to a point and make them into spears or into arrowheads. And there are other things that they use in the primitive that you can make. You can make chisels. primitive chisels. Okay, they used to have primitive chisels, and I haven't got a rock here like that, but you find a rock that's about this shape, but longer, okay, like this, maybe a bit thinner if you can, and sharpen it. Instead of sharpening it on an angle, you will sharpen it straight. For example, if you want a straight chisel, and sharpen it, and then you hold it as a chisel. Okay, there's ways of putting handle on it too, maybe possibly a round handle like this it would be. Okay, I haven't seen a handle on them, but you probably can put one, but it will be held by the hand. Thank you for watching. God be with you all, and take good care. And let's mellow out a bit and not be too angry with each other. Okay, let's keep the peace worldwide. We all get angry. I get angry. We all do wrong things. I do wrong things. Let's behave and make this world a better place in the name of God. And hopefully one day the world will be perfected and wrongdoing will not take place. But if it does, let's understand each other, that we all make mistakes, and forgive each other's errors rather than fighting each other and quarreling and sentencing each other to prison and death sentences. That's not on. Crime is not on either. We must behave and learn to keep the peace and be decent human beings from now on, without breaking the laws of God. We must obey the laws of God, but at the same time, if someone messes up, then we must forgive under grace and mercy, and teach them to observe God's laws and obey it from now on, rather than breaking the God's laws from now on, or then being sentenced or death penalty. We must find the way to get the message across that these criminals will behave and do the right thing from now on. That's the point of it. Okay, forgiveness of sins, crimes, abominations, so on, and teaching them to obey God's laws from now on, and for them to be willing to learn and obey. Amen. As we pray that Jesus intercedes, and I believe he will perfect the world one day, so we are going to wait for that moment.